Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. I do what I do for you. I had to go to the book to make a point I had a little discussion with a religious concept, Christian, and I'm trying to explain to them philosophically, religion and right thinking is one and the same. Let's talk about it, all right? Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Give me something you already have. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I get through, because that's what I do. All right? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. I got about a page and a half of a lesson I did a while ago, so I'm just doing it to reiterate a concept in the debate that I had. And I was also told by my pastor, right thing, let's talk about religion and yoga. Pretty much philosophically one and the same. I'm about to make that point. Again, hopefully crystal clear for those who got a little different concepts. But again, my job is to clarify certain things the best I can. This is another one of them lessons. All right? So if you got religious philosophy, if you got yoga, right thinking philosophy, know what that make you? Tell them, Pastor. Unstoppable. All right. I just told that this week, and I thought that was funny, and how he put it together. I like that. So, somebody's watching. Pay attention. Let's talk about right thinking philosophy is a yoga philosophy. I got 5 principles to prove. Hope I can make that point out to you real simple. Yoga, again, just like religion, is the practice of mental, physical, and spiritual disciplines, rules set out boundaries that you lay out, which will lead to what? You ready? Self-control, self-discovery, and by what? Purifying the mind, the body, and spirit. I pray, I work out, I live a righteous life. So I'm purifying my heart by doing the things I'm supposed to do, and so as to discover what? The deeper spiritual, that's where we go. When dealing with this, it's all up here. Essence, which lies within every human being and object in the universe. In essence, the goal of yoga, right thinking philosophy practice is to pay attention, unite or yoke one's individual consciousness with our universal or cosmic consciousness, which we know to be the supreme being, God, whatever you want to call him. But you got to become one with him in conscious, not just in spirit. The spirit is here. The consciousness is here. Heart, mind, coherence. I started that 10 years ago. I'm still going to push it. I hear them using it. You need to know God consciously. You need to understand God is here in your heart. Why? That's how you're alive. That's the spirit. So that's the gimme part. When you get knowledge of self, spiritual knowledge, God knowledge of him and you being one, ding, 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 ding. But the whole goal for practice of yoga and religion is to yoke what? One's personal individual consciousness with the universe. Again, same concept. Therefore, our ancient Egyptian religious practice was this, especially in terms of the rituals that was practiced and the ancient Egyptian temple system known as, you ready? Shitat Netta. That's right thinking philosophy. I mastered Shitat Netta. I just put my spin on it to make it right thinking philosophy. But this is what it is. What's this? And the way of hidden supreme being. The spirit is not visible. Consciousness is not visible. Mind is not visible. Out of time, out of space, it's in a whole nother realm. Understand that, please. And watch this. In any religion, I don't give a crap. It's all the same thing. And it may be termed as what we call it yoga system. So hence Egyptian yoga. Okay. In the true, watch this. Now here we come down. Now in this sense, religion is in its religion in its purest form. Right there. What y'all getting is cut. I'm giving you the pure. Why? Pay attention. They're coming from us. Y'all getting the watered down stuff. Y'all get what they call commercial. I got the inside stuff. I got the good stuff. Smooth on. But watch this. But religion, all of them, belief system, in its purest form, is really a yoga system as it seeks to what? Reunite people with what? The true and original source. Y'all call it that. God. In spirit and consciousness. That's why you had the rituals every Sunday. You practice Christ, all that good stuff. I ain't got a problem with that. Not a bit. But it's all the same thing to get you, what? I say know thyself. Y'all want to get to heaven? Okay, whatever you want to call it. But it's how you live. That's the key. And since religion and yoga, watch this, religion and yoga have the same goal. You hear me that? Religion and yoga, all right, think of philosophy, have the same goal. I did that last one that showed you with the format. Y'all took the religious side, we took the 5 discipline sides from the spiritual concept, okay, to get to the same place. How about that? Enlightenment, all right? But use what? Different terminologies. Again, I ain't beat for what y'all call it. Again, sometimes there is confusion between those religious people and the practitioners of what? Yoga. Why? Good question. Here's the answer. Who do not understand the deeper meaning, meaning the ignorance on both sides. The goal of the seemingly different forms of spirituality, me and my pastor have never clashed, bumped heads, or had a difference. It's called respect. That's all. That's all it is. You ain't got to agree with it. You ain't got to like it. You ain't got to subscribe or follow it. But you do got to respect it. That's what keeps peace. We fight wars because your God bigger than my God, bigger than your God. I got the old ones, I got that nonsense. Again, that's ignorance. Ignorance leads to violence. Intelligence don't resort to violence. I will defend, I will protect, but I ain't violent. But if you provoke me, oh yeah, poke the bear. Anybody, that's no different. But I'm saying when you practice understanding that, in fact, you got your religion and yoga can be practiced. Ooh, this is good stuff. I got it already highlighted in yellow. I haven't took this down. I might use it again because some of them come in. No, I mean, my man, I don't make it up. I'm just making a point. I'm teaching the concept. In fact, religion and yoga can be practiced. I've been going to church every week for the last 10 years. So I know that. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Whoa, that's passion. See, yeah. And they can be practiced together. What's this? Since what? Since religion is simply a yoga system which uses deities to convey the mystical wisdom for spiritual enlightenment, while most yogic disciplines use explicit terms to bring forth the same teaching in different ways. When the authentic practice of religion is examined and looked at closely, what you find? You will find that yoga disciplines are at its core also. You got 10 commandments. Y'all didn't make them up. We got 42. We just held ourselves a little more close. But okay, your core values is the same as ours. Okay, that's what we try to make it across. Right now, a quick breakdown of the disciplines that I practice. These what I don't know nothing about religions. My dude, that book, that's his thing. I respect that. This is my thing. And he respect that. So we ain't got no problem. Again, the disciplines of right thinking philosophy, the yoga, fall under 5 major categories. And I'm going to give you the God and the goddess to go with that concept that I'll show you how you can master. These are yoga of wisdom. My girl, Aset, internal knowledge and immortality, the wife of Asar, which is eternal spirit. She's also represents the Akashic record. Why? Due to her wisdom. She brought people back to life. She had power. Again, wisdom, knowledge is power. She had the best. Yoga of devotional love. Hathor, okay, his left eye, his daughter, okay, she loved and adored him, and she would do anything for him. She was destructive force. When he said, go down there and kill up all the unrighteous, she came out here and did work. She represents his left eye, the Ujat, the Wajat. All right, no, excuse me, the female lioness. She came down in lion's form. Now you got the yoga, my favorite, yoga meditation. That's Tahuti. That's the mind of God. You communicate God here. This is where you will communicate. God's in the temple, right here, right here, right here. They've been teaching that, and in the Bible, they tell you the same thing. Y'all just don't understand it. Excuse me, get excited, calm down. Y'all misunderstand and misinterpret half the damn book. And that go for the guys who preaching that nonsense. But my dude, he on point. Why? I critique him too. He ain't above critique. No. Oh, no. I'm a student. I pay close attention. I got questions. Oh, I'm coming. Okay, so yeah, nobody gets a free pass. So he know what he's doing. I give him credit for that. That's what I said. Oh, I ain't got a problem with that. Again, meditation is the mind. That's Tahuti. Now, tantric, that's the physical part. That's the different Kama Sutra, different position poses. No, I'm not doing it. In fact, I keep trying to tell you, when male and female having intercourse, the woman's always on top. Okay, she got the moves. That's the tantric yoga. That's the physical part. I'm not getting the person. I'm gonna sit here and do what I do. But that's Gab. The monument. That's Gab's penis. Okay, that's tantra, the physical sex part. And you got my favorite, last but not least, yoga of selfless service. You mean selfless action. That's what I call right thinking philosophy. Is based on that one right there. I give a selfless service. I give. I don't take. That's one of my favorites. And from the knowledge to the devotion to the understanding to the physical to the practice of them all wrapped up in what? Giving, helping. That's what right thinking philosophy is based on. Okay, that's my gumbo. That's my ingredients. And within these categories, there are subsidiary forms which are part of the main disciplines. Again, if you're studying and doing your due diligence, all those things you'll find out for yourself. But the emphasis in the Osirian myth, Osar, okay, y'all know him as Osiris, the Greeks call him that. His name is Asar, simple. But the Asar myth is what the yoga of wisdom. Why? Because that's what I said. She brought him back to life to what? To impregnate herself and give birth to Haru, us, me and you, the spirit, continued on, immortal in the physical form now. In the spirit that she passed on, makes us their children. Wisdom, the yoga of devotion, I said it's the true ride or die. She didn't just find them once. She found them twice. And the second time had to put them back together. You need to check her story out, boy. She's a bad girl. That's how my mom was, this guy, everything going on. But yeah, she was my ride or die in life. That's it. They don't love like that no more. And then you got the yoga of selfless service. You know who that is? Maya. But the important point here to remember is that these are all aspects of yoga can and should be used in what they call the integral fashion to have effect and efficient and harmonized spiritual movement of the practitioner, meaning you should know when to use philosophy, yoga of wisdom, yoga of devotion, love, yoga of meditation, tantra. You should be able to navigate them, use them when you need them. It's better to have them, master them, and don't need them, or you will in life. They know that already. But to not have it and need it. Most of us can't. If the elevator, your elevator can go to the 10th floor. Mine go to the penthouse with the 20th floor. At a certain point in time, I'm going to leave you. Why? You can't go no higher. That's what the intellect, same thing. If your understanding is only to this level, oh, I'm going to leave you. Well, I'm Falcon. I'm going. I fly high. I got knowledge of self. How much knowledge you have? That's the difference. When you're dealing with somebody ignorant, like I tell people, the eagle, the bald eagle, the falcon or the eagle, predator bird. Only bird that mess with them is the crow. The crow jump on their back and start gnawing at him. He don't even fight back. He just elevate to what? Now he gets so high, the crow can't hang out no more. He got to back off. Simple. Ignorant people, I elevate. I use my intellect, my knowledge, to don't wallow in the mud with the pig. Well, I ain't no pig, so I ain't got to wallow in that nonsense. I'm a falcon, okay? So therefore, all these is concept. I keep forgetting about that. But all these are concept. While you may be in the area of special emphasis, one particular one you like. Mine is, like I say, Maya. And other elements are bound to become part of your yoga program when as needed. Again, knowing to use them. For example, while a yogi may place emphasis on the yoga of wisdom, that's practicing the Maya philosophy. Aset. That's the Osirian myth, the theurgy. That's what we're talking about now. But they may also practice what? Devotional love and meditation. Exactly. When I go to church, that's my devotional love. I'm hanging out with Christians and we showing devotion to God. I don't have a problem with that. I practice with them. Simple. They're good people. And my meditation, I do daily on my own. I've been over 10 years of meditating yogi. And when wisdom and study, I live that daily. This is why I'm in the book every day. I'm proficient in what I learn and how I learn it. But I do more about what? Practicing it and living it. That's true mastery of it. Having it in your mind and yeah. But are you living it? Are you manifesting? The key to anything, I don't care what, are you manifesting what? Blessings. The true proof in the pudding is whatever you're doing, if he's not okay with it, you ain't getting nothing out of it. But if it's working, you'll be blessed. I am daily. Moving on. Again, not bragging, but just making a point. I know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. All right. So the practice, okay, of any discipline that will lead to oneness with the supreme consciousness can be called yoga. So if you're a good Christian, you living by the tenets of Christianity, you're going to reach what? Oneness. Why? Because God's going to bless you. And you'll know that by your actions that God is blessing you, you're going to continue to be there. I love that. Why? It ain't got to be through right thinking. Those are people I hang out with, and they got it right. I love that. Why? Their leader is teaching them to do just that. Go out. He do. If somebody doing something or teaching something that they ain't doing, don't listen. Moving on. And if you study rationalization and reflect upon those teachings, now what you're doing? Now you're practicing yoga of wisdom. Thinking right. That's part of my hook. If you meditate, there you go, upon the teachings and your higher self, aka God, when I'm meditating, I'm listening. I talk to my pastor every day, and I just knew this morning, he told me before I even asked him, I said, I know God gave you something for this reason, brother, right? God already, I said, ooh, boy, we good. We in sync like that. The lesson that he give, that's I get, we don't talk about it. We don't do, no. But we get the download from the same person. I love that. So now you are practicing the yoga of meditation. My favorite. Again, why? It keeps this informed with that high self. God, if you practice rituals, which going to church and doing all this stuff, and which identifies you with your spiritual nature, now you are practicing yoga of what? Ritual identification, aka church, Christian concepts. I practice that also, which is a part of yoga of wisdom also. And the yoga of, again, devotion to divine. That's why I deal with my church people. This is what they're doing on a different level. And I'm fully understanding of that. Okay? But if you develop your physical nature, going to the gym every day, as a brother, I say, I know, I see you. I'm watching. I love that guy. And when you develop your physical nature, mean get in shape physically. Just not walk around like the Hulk, but just be able to handle yourself. I love a young person think he can run up on Pop. Don't let the gray hair fool you, youngin'. I go to the gym every day. For that purpose only. Why? Just in case, my nigga. Like I'm gonna say, I carry my thing just in case. But when you got your physical nature and your psychic energies all lined up, now you are practicing what we call serpent or kundalini or Urias yoga. That means you live right and you activated the kundalini. It's going up. Now your chakras start like ding, 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 ding. When you get to here, you what? Know thyself. You've reached the level of what? Enlightenment. Nihas. You become conscious of who you are. You're one with God. Where am I down here? Kundalini, Urias. And which is what? Part of the Tantric Yoga also. If you practice living, here we go, my favorite part. According to what? The teachings of ethical and moralistic behavior and offer a selflessness service, you are what? Practicing right thing of philosophy. No, Maya. Bingo. Same thing. Where? In your daily life. When I say daily, that's what Maya represents. You just can't know daily. Simple. If you practice turning your attention towards God, by what? By developing your love for the divine, living according to his will. Then what? This is called devotional yoga and or yoga of divine love. And the practitioner or yogi or yoga is called a yogini, male practitioner, or yogini with the I, female practitioner. And one who has attained, reach the level of mastery and the culmination of all five yoga mastery, the union of the divine, you are called a yogi, Y-O-G-I. In this manner, the same goal, in this manner, in this manner, yoga has been developed into what? Many different disciplines, again, styles and concepts, but they all lead to the same place, which may be used, and again, in an integral fashion to achieve what? The same goal. What's that goal? Nihas. Enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment, anointment, Christhood, Horushood. So therefore, you, the individual, should learn about what? All the paths of yoga. And now you're able to what? Choose the elements which best suits your personality or practice them all in an integral, balanced way, aka Bayat. Enlightenment, again, is a term used to describe the highest level of what? Spiritual awakening. It means, again, attaining such a level of spiritual awareness, knowledge of self, mastery of oneself, that one discovers the underlying unity of what? The entire universe and being one with it, as well as the fact that the source of all creation is the same source from which what? The innermost self, yourself, within every human being and in every heart arises. This way here. God dwells in the heart. Why? At Judgment Day, that's what they judge. The ancients know that long time ago. We just come around, the heart got a brain. Let me get past that. Let me knock this up. I see the clock. I did good. But now, it is said by Ramakrishna, from 1836 to 1886. This was, I guess, our leader back in India. As one can ascend to the top of a house, by what means? By means of a ladder, or a tree, or a staircase, or a rope. So diverse options. You got so many options, right? And so diverse are the ways, again, options, and the means to approach who? God. I just told you. As long as you get there, I could care less what you use. The method that you use don't bother me one bit. Why? I got mine. If you got yours, all the rest of the birds in the bush, I don't give a damn about that bird in that bush. Well, I got mine. Simple. When you got yours, you don't worry about nothing else. And when you, all those ways to get to God, again, and guess what? And every religion in the world shows one of these ways. I know the purpose of religion. I keep telling you that, excuse me. I just don't like when it's misunderstood and corrupted with what I know to be nonsense, okay? And it's not helping you. It's pretty much enslaving you spiritually and mentally. I can tell you that. Why? Because it's a lie. All forms of spiritual practice, again, this was the intent. are directed toward the goal of what? Of assisting each individual within their human heart, each individual the goal of assisting each individual to what? Discover their true essence of the universe, both externally in the physical creation and internally within the heart as the root of human consciousness. Thus, many terms are used to describe the attainment of the goal of what? Spiritual knowledge, spiritual enlightenment, and the eradication of what? Spiritual ignorance. When you don't know you, you're spiritually ignorant. Knowing your name, your horoscope, all that. No. Knowing you eternally, knowing you consciously, that's the difference. And if you don't have that, you are spiritually ignorant. Sometimes they consider you spiritually dead. Some of these terms are what? Enlightenment, resurrection, salvation, the kingdom of heaven, moksha, or liberation, Buddha consciousness, one with the Tao, self-realization, my favorite, to know thyself. It's a bunch of them that they call it, but the goal and the thing remain the same. You got to put the work in to obtain it. The name don't mean jack. The work you put in to obtain it makes all the difference in the world. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Again, because I don't follow practice religion, don't mean I got a problem with it. I fellowship with religious people all the time. Why? The goal is still the same. If you serving God, I'm with you. I come and fellowship with you. Why? That's what I do. I can't find no other right thing to hang out with, so I go hang out with my Christian. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. My point made now. So I'm not anti-religion. Understand that. I'm anti-fake religious followers. How about that? That's my lesson. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all there to be 100. Me 100 minus that day. So I've never known that my right thinkers, being you religious or yoga, have passed away. And if you do it the right way, you know we don't. I'm out.